Paul Ryan. My first time playing wheelchair basketball was in the NRH, National Rehabilitation Hospital, in 1999. Sailing was my competitive sport. I would lucky I sailed in Paralympics and I sailed in World Championships. But I came back to basketball about 4 years ago. So it's very aggressive, really fast, really, it's full on game, and I love it. It's really good. And at the tender age of 43, I picked up my first All-Star last year. So there's hope for someone. Really good game.
From a fitness point of view, how fit do you have to be to play?
Very much upper body strength. You need a pile of upper body strength. And it depends on what kind of player you are. If you're a full-on player that is aggressive, well, you need to go from the first whistle to the last whistle, and that's 48 minutes of playing. And it's fairly tough. Now, the other thing is, it's all well and good going up and down the court for 40 minutes, but usually what happens is people are getting in your way, people are stopping you, people are trying to obstruct you, and so there's a lot of acceleration, deceleration, stopping, starting, and that's when all the cardio work happens. So you'd be pretty fit to play it. I feel I'm more than fit. I have a lot of upper body strength developed from playing it, and I do a bit of road racing as well, and even from my own sailing, and it's all upper body work. I was travelling to work in the middle of the summer in '87, and I was driving a motorbike, and I went to overtake a truck. The truck turned right. We kind of got into a situation where, as if you meet someone in the street and you don't know how to get past them, that kind of thing, and a complete accident. I slid in underneath the truck, and I was never going to win that battle. So I had a lot of breaks, a huge amount of breaks. I cut my main artery, severed the main arteries. There was a nurse came on me. It was the only thing that kept me alive. So I think I had 72 units of blood that evening. And obviously there's only 8 units in your body, so it was just coming out as quick as it was going in. But there was a huge amount of work done on me, and essentially I had died on the table. I had to be resuscitated, and eventually they stabilised me. And 2 weeks later, I was woke up to tell me they were going to have to take 13 days after they were going to have to take my leg. So I lost my leg as a result of it, put 2 weeks on. Because when they cut off circulation from the artery, I suppose gangrene and stuff set in. So and I kind of slept blissfully then for about 6 or 7 weeks after that. I would have been in an induced coma, and then when I came back out, then it was fun and games. And I always missed the whole sensation of running. I loved travelling fast and moving fast, and I used to run I used boxing and running. You always run when you box, and hurling and football, and again running was a big part of that. So I kind of missed that. So when I finished competing, and I came back from the Paralympics in Beijing in 2008, and I took up road racing and wheelchair basketball, and I loved doing it. We had a lot of race horses at home, but I always felt that was more like work. I can remember having to groom horses and clean out the stables before you go to school in the morning, and kind of something I never missed, even though I still love horses, but I just never missed the whole work side of it. I've been a paid sportsman I've been on the Irish Sports Council cardio scheme for 10 years, so I was paid to play games. And now I work for an organisation that promotes developing sport for people with disabilities, so it's about as good as it gets me from a job point of view. And the route it took, okay, I'd have had it a little bit different, would it have been as good if I did? I don't know. I'm having a pretty good life. When I was a kid growing up, I was expected to be fantastic. That was what my parents expected, and that's what all parents expect. And with kids with disabilities, a lot of the time, what parents are like, God, it's medical and it's all occupational therapists and physiotherapists, and I'd like to change that external view of the possibilities that are there for kids. And so if the whole world is aware that kids with disabilities can be just as amazing as kids without, or adults with disabilities as adults without, well then, you know what, if we set the bar here, sure, why aren't they going to reach it or go beyond, you know? And I kind of do that with my own life. I'd always set myself challenges, and you know what, I'm not sure I'm always going to make them, but I'd always give it a shot because I have great expectations for myself. I expect to do good things. And that's why I kind of bring it out to the broader community. I also kind of reverse it, then I bring these transition year students back to meet my kids who play wheelchair basketball every week. And that relationship is very, very good, and it gives a bit of perspective to mainstream kids who don't have those challenges in their life. And for my kids, it also gives them the chance to shine at something they're absolutely fantastic at, and they can go up and show the world, look, this is what I do, and it is cool. You know, so I love that aspect of it. And it's good that people are aware of, you know, different challenges for different people and stuff like that. So that's what I do. The thing I have going for me in sports is I'm very aggressive, and I always had that. And I'm not aggressive when I meet people. I'm not, but I'm on the field or in the boxing ring or in the basketball court. I'm aggressive, and people know that, and they expect that. And I was always kind of that way. I hate losing, absolutely hate losing, and it kills me. And if I think back in my life, I don't think about the accidents and I had and all this kind of stuff. I think about the opportunities I missed because I lost out in this, and it kills me. And that's the stuff that keeps me awake at night.